Speaking of all of this hot and beautiful weather, what a great opportunity to go out and go on a wine tour, whether with family or friends, co-workers. There's lots of great reasons to get out and discover our beautiful countryside here. We have Matcha Stamp Vincent joining us from Tastefull Excursions. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
Yeah, you were on once before. You had just sort of gotten things started. You weren't really rolling yet.
Literally and figuratively.
Exactly. How are things going?
Well, actually, it's wonderful. I mean, it does take just that amount of time to get everything organized, like ordering the vehicle, getting all the marketing done, and then, you know, essentially what we had to do also was go through all the government process to make sure that we're operating safely and legally.
Is there a lot involved in that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So while my guests are having fun, I'm taking responsibility for passenger transportation, and the government takes that very seriously and puts you through a lot of different criteria that you have to meet. So
yeah, well, it's a good
very
thing.
Happy to have my operating license.
Yes. Let's take a look at the pictures that we have here.
Sure.
These sort of are people out and about enjoying.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. That's a local family. There was 3 generations in that first picture, and it was the mom's surprise 60th birthday party, and she said it was the best present that she could have possibly had, and for her 60th, so I'm very happy about that. Here's some other pictures. This was one with me with Vicki Collette. The Harper's Trail people have been fantastic in terms of being, you know, they recognize that what I'm doing helps them. What we've got here is, you know, just a series of shots that showcase the vehicle, the vineyards. I love going into the vineyards and actually seeing the grapes growing. I sort of feel like I take a personal interest now in seeing those little baby grapes grow. And what's fascinating too is that you have, you know, the wineries and the shoe shops. Some of those wineries have been there for at least 20 years, and I took a group out that I actually picked up in Blind Bay. And so they were visiting from Saskatchewan, and so that was fantastic. They did a picnic at Recline Ridge, and they had an awesome day. And the vines at Recline Ridge are actually, they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. So, you know, those vines have got a nice, big, hefty stalk on them compared to the Kamloops wineries, where we're still kind of in our infancy when it comes to the vineyards. But as I've been saying, you know, considering how young our vineyards are, where are they going to be in another 5 years or 10 years? Like, they're producing award-winning wines now. So where is it going to be? And, you know, I see my job. This is a front page story that was done in the Echo. I'm busy, like, pushing that mantra. I'm saying Kamloops, gateway to wine country. And it's working, because I'm being found online. People are finding me from all over Canada. The one couple that you see in the barrel room there for Bravado, that was one of the shots that rolled through. And they're actually live in Red Deer. They're from Ontario. My understanding was it was their first visit to Kamloops, and so I was really excited that I was going to be showing them around on their first visit to Kamloops. Turns out it's actually their first visit to BC, and they found me, you know, through the website, through a Google search. And
good, that's good to know you're getting out there.
Yes.
What's popular? What would you say are the most popular tours that you seem to be doing the most of?
Well, I have several different tours on offer. So there is the Shuswap tour, there is the Kamloops half-day tour. I'm going to be posting a fuller day that would incorporate a vineyard tour, because I'm finding that with most people, it's taking a little longer than the 3.5 hours. And, you know, I don't want to sell people short in terms of their time. I'm amazed already at how popular the Kamloops tour is. I think this speaks volumes to where we can be in the future.
I agree.
We actually have a couple of more wineries that are slated to open this year. And you may have heard about Monty Creek. They're actually in the process of building a tasting room. And in terms of their location, it's awesome. It remains to be seen. They've got a new winemaker, and it remains to be seen. I'll leave that up to the wine critics to determine, you know, the quality, the wines, et cetera, but I'll say that they've got an awesome location for a tasting room and restaurant facility. So they've got a beautiful view. Also take people out to Fort Barons. And I did a pickup last week in
That's
Ashcroft.
Lillooet, isn't it?
That's Lillooet, and they're actually getting the Lieutenant Governor's Award for their Riesling. And so they've been doing awesome as well.
Fantastic.
And again, another young vineyard that is kind of falling outside of that Okanagan. I give a lot of credit to the Okanagan. They've been basically producing wines, and a lot of the quality of the wines has really improved since the free trade agreement. They kind of went through a transition, but it took them years to get where they are. And now I just like to say it's not all about the Okanagan anymore, folks.
No, it's not.
Thompson Shuswap is a great destination to do a wine tour, and I think you saw the vehicle, and people are having fun seeing the vehicle, and I'm really enjoying that.
That's awesome, Matcha. I'm really glad to hear things are going well, and I would love to be able to
get you out on a wine tour.
I know. I don't
you
really have to be pushed that hard.
Deserve.
I know, I got to find the time, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But I would love to take a glimpse into our future, even 10 years from now, to see
I
how many
know.
more wineries are on board. So,
Well, one thing I will say quickly is that Ontario, with their really horrible winters that they've had over the last couple of years, that's actually destroyed, my understanding is 70% of their vineyards. So if we have more investors, wine industry investors, sniffing around this area because they see that we can actually produce wine here now, then we may have a really booming industry here just in
Absolutely.
wine. And I think that wine makes people smile more
It
than
does.
some other industries.
yeah, that's true.
It certainly makes me smile.
Yeah. Matcha, thank you for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. The information's on the screen, tastefullexcursions.ca, the phone numbers as well, if you would like to get in touch and book a wine tour for the summer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stay with us.